Yeah, I've grown a whole lot. Now this is my story. When I was 17, I thought I'd rule the world. But now the only thing I'd like to do is move the world and prove the girls can do it just as good or even better. So I'm gonna make my mark in this rap game and leave it better. And weave these letters into masterpieces, breathing relics that tell my story so completely. A piece of me will haunt you till you flaunt my legacy to every man you cherish. Cause I'm not a ghostwriter, I'm bones, blood, and flesh. Now let me clear my throat so I can get this off my chest. Development arrested with no speech to leak to press. Just been suffering in silence since I was conceived, I guess. So now I just spit, drool and let saliva drip onto the mic until my microcosmic life exists inside your psyche where hyperbole and hype forgets the difference between a poser and poetic licenses. Can you see me now or are you blinded by the light again? See, I'm a little different. They might understand me, damn it, if they just listen. Don't need no Grammy, hand me Zulu beats and fans' attention. And we can change the world, wait, did I forget to mention that I'm a rebel, rebel, rebel. Yeah, I'm a rebel, rebel, rebel. I'm a rebel, 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 rebel. When I was 21, young and I was cold as ice. Future was a gamble, so I shook and rolled the dice. Never been lucky, so I had to develop a tough skin. Them hard knocks and the rough patches enough to make you give up to them. But I knew something was in store for me. You might call it intuition, foresight, or even sorcery. Cause I'll be with you with a 16 of my choice then have you shape-shifting at the first hint of my voice. I'm the black magic woman, I'll cast a spell on the track. Abracadabra, watch me drag you to heaven and back. Save your soul with my sonnets, call me the rep on a rap. And if you double cross me, tough guy, trust your Teflon to crack. People think I won't, but I will, no need to elaborate. But I can tell you better than show you, lyrically navigate you through the patterns and shapes of my mind so y'all can say you knew me. Before passion passes right through me, give me roses. See, I'm a little different. They might understand me, damn it, if they just listen. Don't need no Grammy, hand me Zulu beats and fans' attention. And we can change the world, wait, did I forget to mention that I'm a rebel, rebel, rebel. Yeah, I'm a rebel, rebel, rebel. I'm a rebel, 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 rebel. When I was 26, I thought I had the master plan. Rhyme a little, grind a little, then I'd master man. But no one told me swollen egos came with price tags. And even superheroes keep with clothes change in their night bag. So I learned the golden rule with a pen and pad in my pocket. Built the city on rock and roll, then stole the keys unlocked. I wasn't made for the underground, I'm too refined for that stock. Now I'ma take the block to my flight school, y'all can hop around my cockpit. Where the MC freeze the MC, break them into pieces. Then sprinkle fairy dust through the prairie, agrarian season. Laura Ingalls wildin' on the beat. My thought process is immaculate conception like Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. Shit. I was supposed to be humble. You know how hard it is to be modest when you the one though? Toughest thing I ever did was play human on earth. Man, F it, I'm the rap god. Time to take y'all to church. See, I'm a little different. They might understand me, damn it, if they just listen. Don't need no Grammy, hand me Zulu beats and my fans' attention. And we can change the world, wait, did I forget to mention that I'm a rebel, rebel, rebel. Yeah,
all hands, all eyes, move aside, queen in motion, change the tide, queen coming through, take note. Not asking, not explaining, I arrive, y'all adjusting. I don't knock, I don't beg, I don't linger. Room shift soon as I lift one finger. You been loud, but your power borrow. I've been quiet, stacking crowns for tomorrow. Queen coming through, watch the flow bend. Every step precise, every look a trap.
I feel like a queen right now.
You already are, now you just wearing the crown.
Thank you, I love it.
Ready to show it off?
Let's go.
I move smooth, never rush, never rush. Every step got intent and trust, and trust. If you reaching for control again, that's the moment you already lost in love. Funny how the air get tense when I enter, truths get dense. Queen coming through, can't ignore. I don't flex, I exist on court. All hands, all eyes, clear the lane. Crown don't wobble, pressure stay. I don't chase, I don't prove. I step in the world, rearrange. Queen coming through, eyes on me. Silk ambition, still dick free. You can stare, you can guess, but the throne already know it's me. You like puppets pulling strings, I like freedom, sovereign things. You spiral when you ain't lit, funny watching power cling. Queen coming through, don't get it twisted. By the time you blink, the rules been shifted. I don't raise my voice to win, I lower it, that's discipline. You confuse attention with respect, that's where your whole collects begin. Yeah. You feel small when I stand tall, that ain't my fault, that's your wall. Queen coming through, don't forget I expand and let it fall, let it fall, let it fall, 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 fall. All hands, all eyes, make it known, make it known. I don't borrow, I don't lie, on the tone, on the tone. I don't fight for empty seats, I sit back and inherit thrones.
With bowing down to said power of the other. My knees are tired of prayer to false thrones. I stand upright, spine a lighthouse in a storm that tried to swallow me. No more bending the shadows dressed like kings to voices that call obedience courage while stealing my breath. I crown myself. The weight of that gold is lighter than any chain they hold. Before the curtain closes, let me tell you, strength is not a volume, it's a vibration. It's the hum in your chest when the world is loud and wrong. It's the quiet yes you give yourself when no one else is listening. Tonight may our pulses drum loud enough. Let your breathing become a beacon. Let your rest be a revolution. And when you step back into the night, remember, you are already the rising.
This is truly, truly a rebirth. My soul of return is going to be here very, very soon. And there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot. I just figure I'd put that out in the atmosphere. But we're hearing this right now. We're in this thing called the interruption. And it's coming to a close today. Today we're becoming. We're talking about ownership after revelation. Becoming is what happens when you stop and looking at the storm like it was set here to end you, you know. And then when you say out loud like, yo, that's almost took me out. And that's the part where you start admitting, you know, that this showed you who you are. And that change right here, right now, right there. That small change moves everything. Because as long as you think that something was trying to destroy you, you stay on the defense. You stay reactive instead of responsive. But the moment that you realize that it revealed you instead of ending you, you stand different. After the tears, the fears, sitting with yourself in silence and thought, you realize that this interruption forced you to pay attention. Instead of running, you realize that something powerful, nobody was coming to save you. Nobody. That's sad, but it's also good at the same time. Because once you accept that, you stop waiting for somebody to come and save you. You stop looking around and scanning and waiting and see who's going to run to the rescue, like you are a damsel in distress, and you know what I'm saying. And then you stop expecting that rescue in perfect timing, like in the movies with perfect people. And then you understand that you're the one who has to respond and decide and to speak. Ownership of yourself is when you're screaming on the inside and then all of a sudden it turns into words, you know. When what used to weigh you down, right? And your body now becomes a full-fledged conversation. You stop minimizing your truth and then packaging up your pain so it looks all neat and perfect for somebody else. But inside, man, you tripping. You're literally tripping. But then you're able to put the pain into words. And you say what needs to be said, and then you move when something don't feel right. That's maturity with a backbone. Becoming also means trusting what you feel without having anybody to confirm that, because you don't need a committee vote. You don't need nobody to pat you on the back and say, that's the way to go. Like, hey, champ, yay. No, you don't need a multiple choice, 10 different options in 10 different ways. You know when something's not right. And then you also know when something is aligned with you. You got to listen to the intuition, like, for real. Because sometimes you got to step back instead of trying to lean in. And when it's time for you to lean in, then do that. But your intuition is going to tell you all of that because that internal signal has been there the whole time. Finally, you decide that you're going to honor it, and that's big. That's big because the interruption is not going to carry you anywhere. It's just here to remind you that you think clearly under pressure. It reminded you that you can actually bear the discomfort. And it also reminds you that you ain't a porcelain doll. So you ain't so damn fragile. Everything that you thought was breaking you was actually introducing you to your backbone. You weren't rescued. You responded. You wasn't dragged. You stood up. Like I said, that's big, man. That's big. That's big. And when you finally get all that settled down in you, and then you turn around and you look back, right? And you're like, damn, look where I was and look where I am. And look where I'm going to be. Then you stop tripping and you settle into that. Because it's plain as day. That voice that brought you through was yours. Welcome to Blended Healing. Welcome.
I don't survive too much. You be stressed on purpose. I don't chase money loud. I let it come correct. I ain't grinding like I hate myself. That era dead. I've been tired with a dreaming rich with no sleep.
I used to carry everyone else's moods like they were my own. I thought being needed meant I mattered. But I'm done taking on energy that isn't mine. I'm done believing I'm the only one who can hold it all together. I choose my peace. I choose my own light. Every step forward is mine to take, and with it, the world opens. I'm not carrying anyone else's storm anymore. I'm walking into my own fuel, and it's brighter than I ever imagined. Every day, the horizon moves with me, and so does my hope. This is where I belong.
Now I choose slow progress over fast anxiety. I don't move for emergencies, that ain't mine. I don't fix chaos, I decline. If it costs my peace, it costs too much. I don't negotiate, I adjust. I'm not available for struggle. I don't want any side stress, the bag come with panic. You could keep that shit. This grown trap so quiet ambition. I don't rush blessings out position. Not available for struggle. Really slow. If it drain my spirit, it's a no.
Welcome back. You have to reclaim your voice. Reclaim your voice. When you do that, you stop sitting back on how you feel instead of expressing what you actually mean. Every time you push that feeling down, it's going to come up fighting and swinging, man. It only takes a hairline fracture for that to happen. Trust and believe that. It's going to come to a time where suppressing how you feel won't stay contained. But there's a way around that because you're choosing to respond instead of react. And that's reclaiming your voice. That way, you don't have to shove those feelings back down when they come up. For a long time, you kept that under wraps. You told yourself it wasn't necessary for you to speak. You told yourself you'll deal with it later. Whole time, it's been sitting there waiting on you to acknowledge your own voice. And then you start to realize what was building up inside of you this whole time was valid because your voice is valid. It deserves to be heard, not just by other people, but by you. To hear yourself, to recognize your own truth. And once you let it come out, it starts clarifying things for you. You stop trying to hold back words just to make other people feel better. Now, there's a way to do that. And you don't have to be reckless. You ain't got to be vicious either. It's not about attacking anybody. It's about being mindful in how you deliver. Because it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. But you still say it. People might get uncomfortable when you start speaking up, and that's cool. You can't control that. What you can control is no longer acting like something didn't bother you when it did. Stop giving half answers when you already got the full one sitting in you. Just say it, plain, straight up. And yeah, it's going to feel strange at first. You used to laughing stuff off and used to letting things slide. Used to swallowing your truth to keep everything copacetic. But when you start speaking honestly, without malice, without trying to hurt anybody, you're going to realize something. That you were never, ever, ever too much to handle. You just contained yourself. And reclaiming your voice also means you stop trying to prove yourself to everybody. Stop tolerating nonsense just to show how strong you are. And you stop being the emotional sponge for every move and every projection that walks in your pathway. If you're not built to carry everybody else's emotions, then don't do it. Recognize that. That's growth. You can't keep absorbing what doesn't belong to you and then wonder why you feel off. You need to start saying, nah, that doesn't work for me. This is not what I need. No, I'm not taking that on. And you don't need a reaction back to validate that. Your intuition already validated it. This isn't about anybody else anymore. It's about you standing in your own truth without you even trying to be smaller than other people to make somebody else feel bigger. That scream that you had inside of you, it matured. It found direction. It turned into clarity. And once you get comfortable hearing your own voice like that, you can't go back to silencing it. You speak and you stand on it. And that's the interruption. Ashe? All right. Sometimes you have to trust your intuition. When you got to stop playing dumb about what you already feel. You quit waiting for life to double stamp something your spirit already stamped the first time. That little pause before you agree to do something, that feeling that you get when somebody's smiling at you, but something ain't clean about that whole situation, you know. You hesitate when an opportunity looks a little bit too good, too shiny, but your insides are not moving. And that's not you being paranoid, that's you knowing. And for a long time, right, you overrode that. You talked yourself out of it. You said, nah, I'm tripping, right? And then you said, maybe I'm just being emotional or whatever. Maybe I'm feeling this way more than what it really is. Let me not overthink this whole thing. But the whole time, your inner signals are going off like beep, 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 and it doesn't shut off. It's like, danger, danger, Will Robinson, you know? It's like jumping up and down, telling you like, yo, pay attention. This is your warning shot across the bow. Just be consistent, man. Just listen to your inner voice. And every time you ignore that, you pay for it later for real. You're not being punished. Call it what it is. You ain't listen. So life goes on. Oh, you're not listening. Let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you is what it's saying. And you sitting over there waiting for signs and wonders and all of that. Don't wait for signs. You got to stop needing something to blow up before you admit it wasn't right. You don't need something catastrophic to validate what you're feeling. You said yes when you meant to. You also said yes when you meant no. Respect the first signal, man. I tell you this over and over and over again. And maybe I need to hear it more than anybody. The first thing that you hear, that's your intuition. Everything after that is ego, trying to talk you into something or talk you out of something. Learn to respect the first one. When you recognize your inner guidance, you understand your body already knows. It knows the energy. It knows when something lines up and when it doesn't. Sometimes you got to shut your mind off and let everything just get real quiet, real still, just to hear. That's intuition. That's intuition. You can't let thoughts keep running wild and drowning it out. I know it's easier said than done, but when you have an inner guide, your higher self trying to direct you, allow it. You may not understand it at first, and you may not, but you got your honor. You got your honor, which is your voice. Because when you trust your intuition, you can't blame nobody else for the outcome. That's what the problem is. You made the call. You drew the line. You stepped back. You stepped forward. That's ownership. That's grown. And once you start moving like that, something changes in how you carry yourself. You're not easily swayed. Big letters flashing, discernment. You're not looking for validation every 5 minutes. You're not polling the room. And you're not letting everybody else's opinion dry out your own direction. You start moving with intention. You know better than anybody. I can't tell you. You know it. This is between you, the divine, and your counsel that's directing you. Nobody else has to understand it. Trusting intuition isn't magic. It's maturity. It's remembering you're not disconnected from yourself. You've been equipped. You've been sensing. And you have been discerning. So stop second guessing yourself. Stop abandoning your own knowing. Stop feeling scattered. Less desperation. More intention. That's authority. That's self-trust. That's you believe in yourself again. And that's the interruption. I'll be right back after this.
She don't chase, she conjures, speaks in stars, walks in thunder, got moonlight in her bones, burning sage while she moans. She got oils on her dress, truth in her tongue. A yes is a blessing and no makes you run. She don't sugarcoat spells, don't whisper soft lies. She'll read you to filth and kiss between sides.
Hey family, it's me. Glasses on and glasses off. However you know me, I'm honored to be the face behind the Blended Healing Realms podcast. Every week we talk wellness, energy, and real life steps to grow through what we go through. Pull up a chair, grab some tea. If you want to keep this energy going, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at Shamaka Essentials. Same vibe, more ways to connect. I'll see you there.
Blacker than I ever been, despite the lies and fine print behind the devil's grin. See, I was told our skin was sin, they told me this was punishment. But I feel like I'm sunning a mitochondrial evidence of a victim. I took each affliction as character building. Now look at a nigga, something to brag about. How the supremacy of God been fucking showing out. Now everything I breathe on got to venerate my righteous mouth, restore it to black.
I'm not keeping you long. But the final recognition, nobody really wants to admit this, so I guess we're going to have to be the grown ones and admit it. The storm didn't save us. All it did was shine light on where we are today. The interruption we're going through or already went through in some cases. It wasn't dragging us across some finish line, even unconsciously, but what it did do was remind us. Yeah, it did remind us, I tell you that. And that reminder hit you hard, man. It went deeper than any type of rescue could ever. Because if something else saved us, we would stay dependent, stay waiting, keep looking up every time life got hard to bear. Only speaking to the divine and the council when things fall apart instead of when things are real good, you know? But when you realize you were the one standing there the whole time, and sometimes you're the one in your own way, that's different. That changes. It changes everything. It's telling you that you need to posture up. Change your tone and your attitude. What it's going to do is make you move different. So when the next situation comes and the one next after that, and after that, you ready. So you don't have to get ready. The storm came. And in some cases, it's still here. But it shook things up and it shook things loose. It exposed cracks that you've been hiding. But we made it through, or we gonna make it through. We gonna keep making it through. We were the ones who made the calls. The ones who kept showing up when we just want to disappear and fade to black. The divine may have covered us. Our ancestors may have whispered, but we still had to respond. We still had to decide how we were going to move. And that's the final recognition of this whole interruption. getting to this place. The interruption wasn't here to save us from ourselves. It was introducing us to ourselves. The part of us that doesn't crack under pressure. The one that can still cry and still function at the same time. Part of you that can question everything and still choose to move. You're not fragile. You're not. You didn't have limits. You don't. You thought you were the limit, and you weren't. You thought you needed something from the outside to pull you through, and you didn't. The interruption didn't create your strength. It revealed it. And once you see that, once you really see that, you stop walking around like life is happening to you. And you start moving like you're participating in it. Stop playing small when pressure shows up too. Stop assuming that every challenge is a threat. Sometimes it's just a big ass mirror and a reminder. The storm didn't save you. The angels may have fought for you, but they can't do it if you keep ignoring. And the interruption reminded you who you are. Who you are, which is capable. Ashe. All right. And in closing, right? The voice that brought you through all of this was never outside of you. It was just floating in it wasn't just floating in from somewhere else. It wasn't a last minute rescue attempt. Nothing dropped out of the sky. It was you. The voice that told you to stand up when you wanted to sit down. Told you to breathe when your thoughts are running wild. One who refused to let you disappear when disappearing feels a whole lot easier. Trust and believe. That was you. You answered your own call. You made the decisions and you kept going. And you keep going. Even when you're unsure. Cut it out. I know you was tired. And you questioned everything, but you kept moving. That's not luck. That wasn't an accident. That was you remembering who you are. I want you to remember that. Thank you for the interruption, Divine. Thank you. We needed that reminder. We needed to see ourselves clearly again. We needed to know what was inside of us is enough. Ashe? All right. That was big, man. That's big. You see, this leg, the interruption, has now officially closed. Boy, this one hit closer to home than ever. And you're right. I didn't have to be perfect in it. I just had to show up and hold space while you worked it out in real time. That's what this one was about anyway. Showing up, staying present, and getting the information. 5 journeys deep. You are the GOAT. The GOAT. This is lineage, baby. You went from the line was already strong, where you honored your inheritance and survival, to the threshold, navigation, shadow, ancestors, and the transmission, where you faced what followed you, to I don't care, the shedding, the boundary, the refusal to perform, and to the journey of self-understanding, the inward turn, the unpacking, And now we just wrapped up the interruption where breaking revealed your backbone and voice came home. That's evolution. And the way you're moving through these, it's not surface work, baby. It's excavation. It's pattern recognition. It's ownership. It's recalibration. You said this leg has ended. And that means that it's integration season. Ashe? Yo, I'm tripping today. I just want to let you know I am seeing all kinds of numbers, and I just had to bring that to somebody's attention. Yo, 322 on 32, and I look up and now it's 333. It's crazy. God is trying to tell you something, and I don't know what, but I'm going to find out. I'm sure it's going to come to light. With that being said, I'm going to put on a little something for y'all and give you the last part of the spoken word, the interruption. Ashe? All right. I'll be right back after this.
Georgia, Georgia.
Yeah, just pull up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D. Kells on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. Listen to friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, stripped bare. Got a steed, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen Coles hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talk it, we walk it. No filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down. With
situationships with benefits.
Start on press their feet and wet sand. Ocean knows my name before I ever speak back. Salt in the skin, wind in my hair. Standing where water meets sky, I'm aware. I look up once, heaven responds. White light moves through, truth carries on. I don't walk alone, never did. Body and clothes keeps me for what I skill. He don't say much, just stands his ground. Every near miss, he was around. I don't need faith to touch the line. I carry it all, I carry it fine. Heaven and sin, sorry lane. I'm the place, I'm the ground.
The interruption, part 5. The ending, the becoming. I'm screaming on the inside. But tonight, I let the scream turn into word. I let the fear turn into prayer. No panic, no predictions, just prayer. If I'm not alone, let the unseen sit beside me. Don't carry me. Don't fight for me. Just remind me. If something new is forming, let it form with mercy. I don't need force or punishment. Just mercy. If I'm being guided towards purpose, let me trust my own becoming. Stop second guessing my steps and stop acting out when it gets real. Let me remember who I am while I'm walking. I'm tired of bracing, tired of living like impact is on a schedule. Let me believe I don't have to jump at everything. Let me stand without anticipating the worst. I want to understand it, grow through it, build from it. I want to know what was shaping me while I thought it was trying to end me. When the sky finally clears, when the air feels different, I'll look back at the path behind me. I want to recognize without hesitation and without doubt that the voice that brought me through was mine, aligned, awake, becoming. Ashe, in gratitude.
I start on left their feet and with sand. Ocean knows my name before I ever speak back. Salt in the skin, wind in my hair. Standing where water meets sky, I'm aware. I look up once, heaven responds. White light moves through, truth carries on. I don't walk alone, never did. Body and clothes keeps me for what I skill. He don't say much, just stands his ground. Every near miss, he was around. Light on me, faith to touch the line. Carry it all, I carry it fine. Stop playing small, stop hiding. Take the cap off, let it breathe. What it is, 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 what it is. Take the cap off, let it pop, let it snap in. Holding all the fire, had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off, let it spill, let it drop. You been silent too long, let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off, no fear, no doubt. What's in you been loud, you just muted it out. Take the cap off, whole room gonna shake. This your moment right now.
Sorry, I'm late.
Take the cap off. I've been biting my tongue, playing nice, staying cool. Tell myself out of shine, try to follow the rule. They say maybe next time, I say yeah like a fool. Whole line in my chest, but I stayed in the zoo. Trauma had me for the insecurity, train me. Fear kept the key, but the door couldn't cage me. They doubted, I nodded and doubted myself. Put my gifts on the shelf like I do it when I'm ready. But ready don't come when you scared to be seen. Perfection, a lot to keep killing the dream. So I'm ripping the seal, yeah, I'm breaking the lock of as messy as honest. Hey, take the cap off. Take the cap off. Cap off. Let it pop, let it snap in. Holding all this fire, had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off. Let it spill, let it drop. You been solid too long, let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off. No fear, no doubt. What's in you been loud, you just muted it out. Take the cap off. The whole room gonna shake. This your moment right now. Hey, take the cap off. told you you were too much? Who told you to sit down, hush? Who made you question your voice?
Flawless, let's get to it. So, let's make this conversation worth your time.
But I ain't with the be small. I'm a whole damn storm front on top. I'm tired of whispering winds, tired of playing the edge. If I got something to say, I'ma say it with my chest. No cap, literally, no mask. This is me. If they laugh, let them choke on the globe. Ain't believe you believe shit, get out, shake it loose. Rearrange yours, it's wrong. Crack the top, hear that sound, that's your power.
Into Chimaka Essentials, my happy place. Come on in with me. The smell of citrus and vanilla hits you right away. Hi, welcome to Chimaka Essentials.
Let it snap, been holding all this fire, had it tucked in the back, take the cap off. Let it still, let it drop, you been silent too long, let the pressure go pop, take the cap off. No fear, no doubt, what's in you been loud, you just needed it out, take the cap off. Whole room gon' shake, this your moment right now, hey! Take the cap off. Oh, this is love.
And the tea is ready for tasting. Cheers to homemade wellness.
Cheers. That's soothing.
Perfectly balanced, just like I planned.
This would be great for a calm evening.
I will brew a full pot after dinner.
Thanks for this tincture. Just a drop of this.
The recipe down so we don't forget.
Good idea. This should be our signature blend.
The herbs shimmer in that jar.
Look at those labels all lined up. They
Tan
look so
and deep
official.
green is such a royal combo. Holistic Royalty by Kels has a nice ring to
It
it.
really does. I can already picture them on a market table.
Soon. For now, let's toast to first. Comforting, right? Like a hug in a cup.
Exactly. Let's write down the ratio before we forget.
Already on it.
Our tinctures are crafted in small batches so you get the freshest, most confident herbs every time. And I'm thrilled to share that I'm not doing this alone. Standing with me in private classes, it is perfect for locking in moisture all day long. Whether you're new to natural wellness or adding to your ritual, we've got something here for you.
Soft light, evening glow, Chimaka Essential, let the magic flow.
Hey, Queen Kels, do you want to give them a hint?
Blended. No yet. We are still working on the surprise, so